Wow, that was a whole hot cup of damn.
Buckle down.
So I'm now reviewing probably one of the biggest movies of the year for me, and it's an animated movie, and it's Justice League Gods and Monsters. And you want to know the real big reason why? Producer Bruce Timm has been absent from the DC Animated Universe films for the last 3 years, and it's been kind of some odd speculation as to why. My thought is that they were doing too many movies based on the New 52 storylines, which weren't as popular at the time, and it showed definitely with the sales. With Superman Bound sucking balls, Justice League War sucking, Batman and Son, which was terrible. They did a few more recent ones, but they weren't as good, so they needed to bring back in the mastermind, Bruce Timm. I've met this guy in real life, and he was a bit of a quiet dude, but this guy is the creator of all of your childhood loves with the DC Animated Universe. He was responsible for the animated Batman series, the Superman series, Justice League. The guy just lives and breathes DC Universe. So Gods and Monsters, what is it? It is an actually original idea. It's the idea of what would happen if Superman's father was actually General Zod, if Wonder Woman came from a wedding/assassination with the Darkseid family, and if Batman was actually Kirk Landstrom as a vampire. And what was so great about this story is that it was mature. It is the most mature story that the animated universe has ever brought out. It is the most PG-13 I've ever seen. We hear swear words. We see blood. We see in the shadows a dude being ripped apart. There is a scene where a bunch of people get killed, and it is brutal. Basically imagine Justice League, except with blood everywhere. This is one of the best ideas that the DC Animated Universe has ever done. Bruce Timm probably came in and be like, oh, so you guys want me back? Oh, great. I'll do it, but you gotta let me do my thing. And they're like, okay, Bruce, okay, we'll do it. No, I'm serious. You let me do what I want to do. And this is it. This is a great story, because not only does it have great action, but it actually has a really good mystery. And what's actually pretty interesting is that the twist is pretty good, too. A major issue that they always ran into with Superman, Batman Beyond, they always ran into the issue of a mystery story. What can you do in 22 minutes? If it's not the guy who is obviously looks to be, it's always the guy who looks least obvious. In this story, they're actually able to come up with a few suspects and actually still have this edge of mystery. And this twist does not come out of nowhere. It actually makes sense, and there's a good build up to it if you can see between the lines. This actually has probably my favorite interpretation of Superman ever. He's awesome in this. And it's not just because he wears a slick coat and has some pretty ballin' boots, but this idea that he has a warmongering father as his DNA, but then countered with the idea that he was actually raised in an illegal family. I like this alternative Superman even better than Red Son, which was a great comic by Mark Millar. And Batman too, I actually really like Kirk Landstrom as Batman. Sure, he was kind of weird, but the whole idea of this kind of regretful hero who is still willing to kill people, but actually is regretful of what he does was fantastic. And I actually liked Wonder Woman's story. Mind you, I really like her in the animated series. I thought she was great in that character. But this one was really cool too. The idea of a vengeful woman who is kind of lost of her emotions and trying to hide herself, trying to hide her true self behind acts of sex and violence. The only thing I couldn't get, though, was the weird helmet thing. That was the only thing I didn't like, because I couldn't tell if it ended on the sides, on her neck. I couldn't tell. It was a really weird helmet. And the fact that she's all over the box really weirds me out, because you should put Superman all over that. So if you guys are hesitant about watching this movie, check out the animated shorts they did for it. Mainly the Superman one. If you guys kind of had a thought like, oh, Superman will just be the same. Watch the Superman short and you will understand why. It is different. I will admit to that. That's something that a lot of people have not been on the side with, is that it's so different from what we're used to. But when you actually get to see this original idea play out for you, it is fantastic. It feels new, it feels fresh, and it plays out fresh. It is fantastic. Check it out. So in the end, my final rating for this video is a 6 out of 7. It is one of the best animated DC Universe films that's been done in a really freaking long time. In my opinion, so far, it's the best one since The Dark Knight Returns. when they put it together, mind you. So guys, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed this review. Check it out. Rent it, buy it, do something. Watch this. And that's all for me. I'll see you guys later.
Buckle down.